Hi everyone, wonderful morning. This is pre-market outlook discussion for the second day in the final week of April 28th. So this is going to be a consolidation before setting the trend or forming the trend for either side. As we discussed yesterday, it was a real retracement. There we have already cautioned you all. By the way of that retracement, you can utilize that for the reduction of your existing long positions and building the new or fresh short positions like. So that was given an opportunity completely by staying positively throughout the day, which means it is not a convicted one for the Nifty, because if it have been convicted, or it would have crossed the important immediate resistance point that was formed in the recent week at the level of 24,200. That has not even touched in yesterday's trend, and today probably it may not be a chance for moving higher to 24,200. But in case with a slight chances and room for that, it crosses 24,200, then the support would be escalated towards 24,070 as the interim as well as the core immediate support point hereafter that, provided it crosses 24,200 in today's trade itself, it should do. Otherwise, one can see based on the yesterday's retracement, today's consolidation, the signal may be getting for the reversal after forming or after treating the yesterday's highest top for the current week, and based on the top yesterday formed, one can see 24,000 to 23,900 may be retested or breached, and where one can see it may be deciding the further trend on the downside. So that may be taking the 1 day plus Wednesday's movement also. So probably the Wednesday's one will be confirming the trend for the next week and even for the till mid of May. Why we are actually telling this till the second week or mid May trend will be decided like means, as depicted on the chart, as discussed as well in the previous weekly as well as yesterday's pre-market report, the 22nd April, that would be having the strength to decide the further course of the Nifty and Sensex movement. In terms of Nifty's value, the 22nd low point that was formed as 24,352 should be broken and should be sustained above to that point. Then only we can see the trend would be reversing or turning into positive or in a bullish way. Until then, until it is confirming, that too by the way of having sustainability consecutive 2 sessions above the level what we are mentioning as per our concept. This conceptual way of behavioral approach will help you and aware about the trend where it is going to continue or where it is going to turn out like. So in that manner, until it is having that confirmation, every rise, including yesterday's one like or kind of one, can be utilized to trim your long positions, whether it may be a investment based holdings or a short term based long build-ups. If you did, all the things can be done through the way of these bounces and utilizing the same. So we have discussed the Nifty's retreat or retracement happened as bull loses grip like. So that may be continuing for the day with the consolidation phase. The opening would be on the cautious side. Even though it is signaling a flat negative opening, it would be, even though it will be on this positive side, we will be discussing in the way of arising or making caution on the approaches given by either side of traders, not only for the long traders. Because of this flat to negative open, it will create higher number of chances for getting a unused or the interim volatility also we can pronounce it. So in that manner, if you want to participate anywhere between the Nifty's level of 24,200 and 23,900, that will not be a soft path or soft road to approach the Nifty, because the consolidation as well as an unusual volatility without any clarity and direction may be happening between this range. Only after breaking the either side of range, that means 24,200 on the higher side, only we can see the further up movement towards the 24,352 as the 22nd April's low may be happening. Conversely, if it is breaking the 23,900, means probability will be arising for breaking even 23,800 as the next support. If it breaks the 23,800, whether it is today or tomorrow, we can see the interim range shift zone which have been achieved or approached during the March while the correction was ongoing. That may be again retested with the 23,700 acting as the interim behavior shift zone. So these are all the range-based discussions for making your trading strategies, where you should trade, where you should not approach the market, particularly for those who are safe or small traders who wanted to make a minimal or maximum profit. But if you want to feel like a safe trade, that is not a range to approach. Which range? That is what called 23,900 to 24,200. Only for the risk appetite or high risk profile oriented traders may participate between this range. And you can, even by taking the higher risk, there is of course the higher reward one can receive. But the stop loss will be almost equal or even in some stages maybe higher than the gaining point. That means in the RR wise, it may be favoring the risk side than the reward side. From the positional aspect, it is still having the same strategy and same tactics one should do. That is what, as long as 23, that means the 22nd of April low is not approached or not getting closed above the point. As mentioned earlier, every rise can be utilized to trim your long positions, and even building the short positions also can be initiated. After breaking that 22nd low or 22nd high even, the chance for making 24,500 will be arising there only. Until then, no way for bullish kind of activities from the positional perspective. From the sectors front, the mixed kind of activities from every core sectors also can be seen with higher favoritism towards positive side is still inclined with. So one can see which stock under any core sector we have mentioned here should be focused like. Say for example, the metal actually started acting positively as we have described yesterday. If the market is trying to move further higher, metal will be in the number one spot to decide and move the market, like that was happened in yesterday's trade. So the metal stocks, including the mining oriented, then aluminium oriented, after that steel oriented stocks can be focused. In particular sense, Hindustan Zinc and Hindustan Copper may be eyed. Then you can prioritize the stocks like Hindalco, National Aluminium. Then it may be on the Vedanta Limited. So one by one we can see. Then hereafter, what are the stocks you are having may not be having the positive approach kind of chances for you. In case of it is energy sector, The energy sector includes Reliance Industries. That was actually in an attempt to attract the buying, even though it has got a dip due to the unusual and the very rare chances of quarterly earnings it has provided for the quarter December with a profit down announcement. Because of that, the share price got shattered and somewhat recovered as well. In that manner, the behavior is telling that the further recovery path is there for the Reliance. So the Reliance under the energy sector, along with some gas stocks, can be focused for long build-up. And OMCs may not having any favorable trend for the day also. So it is suggestible for avoiding the OMCs like stocks. If you want to build the short, there you can somewhat utilize by taking risk. Another sector, including oil and gas, also one can see along with the energy's same perspection we have provided. The pharmaceutical, that was a fruitful one yesterday. It has witnessed with majority of the stocks rose up over 6 or 7% even, and minimum it was about to 2%. So one can follow the pharma stocks continuously for building the long, or even the fresh long build-ups also can be worked out on mid-cap oriented pharma stocks, starting with the several large cap like TV's Laboratories, Cipla and all. For the mid-cap, one can follow Torrent Pharmaceuticals, IPCA, IPCA Laboratories, Mankind Pharma, those kind of stocks. Even Apollo Hospital also in the healthcare space, one can watch out. Then it is IT. Yeah, it is in the mixed way. Anyhow, the IT is in the way of recovering from the recent hit it got. And in that manner, stocks like Tech Mahindra, LTTS, KPIT technology kind of stocks, maximum mid-cap oriented stocks for the IT space also can be focused. Then the capital goods oriented stocks also may be in the watch out list, including the stocks Siemens Limited, Havels India, and many more under the same. Real estate will be in the sweet spot today also, because the yesterday's attempt and the behavior was suggesting that the further momentum on the real estate may be seen with the positive note, along with the Phoenix Mills result that may be running or that may be driving the real estate as a whole today. On the stocks front, majority of the news-based stock, including the corporate earnings oriented and order win like the news. That list of stocks include Ultratech Cement, Coal India, Bajaj Housing, Varun Beverages, SBI Cards and Payments, and Phoenix Mill, Railtel Corporation based on the order win news. Other than that, all stocks were being listed based on corporate earnings. A Small Finance Bank and City Union. Today's results, including the major giants like Maruti Suzuki, REC Limited under finance, Bandhan Bank under banking space, Dalmia Bharat under cement space, Eternal, Gordon Reach Shipbuilders, Star Health, Piramal Pharma, Castrol, Seat, including some more companies which are all going to announce their quarterly earnings for the December quarter. So that's it from today's pre-market discussion. Do not forget to apply stop loss across the trade you are going to take. Wishing everyone to have a fruitful day today, and probably tomorrow's one will be deciding the next 2 weeks trend for the month of May. Let's see what is going to have. Until then, we wish everyone to have a fruitful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.